What's up, guys? Happy, I don't know what day it is today because today is Tour with Paul Day. We're here in Santa Monica. I want to show you my favorite area of Santa Monica for single family homes. I consider it the flats of Santa Monica, even though there's not many areas that are in the hillside of Santa Monica because there's no real hillside in Santa Monica besides Ocean Park and some other areas like Sunset Park. There's a little hill there. But anyway, the reason why I call it the flats of Santa Monica is because it reminds me of the flats of Beverly Hills, right? If you want to be in Beverly Hills, you want to be in the flats. If you want to be in Santa Monica, you want to be in this area. People here call it north of Montana. There's no real name for this area. It's just called north of Montana. Sells in between 2.8, 2.9, high twos to up to I think it was the highest sell was $16 million, which is crazy. So it's a very expensive area. I want to show you Palisades Park. This is my favorite park in all of LA until they make the park at the Santa Monica Airport. But this park is amazing. I mean, look at this. You get it's palm tree. It's on a bluff, so it's overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's not a very wide park. It's very narrow and long, but it's a great park if you want to walk your dogs, have a picnic, go play some chess on that chess table. And it spans from San Vicente basically all the way down to the pier. That's the park. I'm gonna make a left here on Palisades. We're just one block north of Montana. Again, Montana is that the deciding factor. Do you live north of Montana or do you live south of Montana? Every town has that street. In Santa Monica, it's Montana. Although, don't get me wrong, if you're south of Montana, it doesn't mean that houses are cheap by any means. I mean, there's houses there that are in between $2 million up to $4 or $5 million. But this area, in particular, north of Montana, this is the northwest part of Montana. We're west of 7th Street. So 7th Street is the divider in between the big lots and the smaller lots. So you have Ocean on the west side. You have 4th Street and 7th Street. And then going from south to north, you have Montana, Palisades, Margarita, Georgina, San Vicente. Oh, I forgot Alta as well. This is 4th Street. Really, really beautiful street. You see you got a grassy, palm tree lined median. And the houses here are in between 11,000 square feet to up to 40,000 square feet, massive lots. That's why this area is the most expensive area of the north of Montana. Listen, besides a couple of big mansions that are on San Vicente, but those are, I'm talking about averages here. Those are the special one or two that are selling. There's actually one on the market right now that is selling for $90 million. That is nuts. Anyway, we also have Maggie here.
Hello.
And we're here on Margarita. I wanted to show you the most expensive listing, but I made a left instead of a right. So, I'm gonna do a U-turn here, but this just gives you an idea of what this area looks like. Massive streets. You don't find a street this wide in all of Santa Monica, unless you're on Wilshire. Look at that. They're building a house right there. That's probably gonna be worth at least 10 million, maybe 15.
Yep.
This one here, another development. There hasn't been a ton of new developments in this little northwest pocket that is north of Montana. But in the recent years, there's been a lot of new development because a lot of people are either passing away and they're they're getting sold through a trust sale, or they're just cashing out. Right? If you bought here 10, 20 years ago, you probably bought for $2 or $3 million, maybe $4 million, but now your house is worth $10 to $15 million. That's nuts. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna show you the most expensive.
Show them that one, the new development. So.
Yep, that's actually not a new development.
But the one next door, do you think?
Oh, this one here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good chateau. Well, this reminds us of the flats.
Yep, exactly.
The style.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm trying to turn the camera up.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Here.
You can see it. Yeah, Paul's gonna show you guys.
That is a freaking beast of a house.
Just like a flats.
What a beautiful house. on a big corner lot on in between Margarita or on Margarita and 4th. All right, so we're gonna continue. I'm gonna show you the most expensive listing that we've ever had. Right here, it was on the market for $20 million. It never sold, but it's the most expensive listing that has ever been listed here in the area. I'll show it to you right now. It's the one right here that's hedged up. Real private house. I love the hedges, so you can't really see the house, which I like. It's very private, but it's on a big lot, probably 20,000 square feet.
This one was a 21,000 square foot
21,000 square foot lot, and then you have this next door. So this is a single lot, right? He was on a double lot, so this is probably 11,000 square feet, and this house is it's worth a lot of money. Even though the house is going to be torn down, just the land value here, I think it's about 300 a foot or a little bit over that, right?
366, yeah.
There you go. Love this modern house right here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to show you the most expensive sale north of Montana besides the big sales that are on San Vicente. It was on Georgina. Georgina is a phenomenal street just one block north of Margarita. So we're making a left on 7th Street, which is the divider again between the west and the east. We're talking about the north and the south of Montana. Now you want to be in an area that's going from in between 2 million to 10 million on the east side. On the west side, you're going from 6-7 million up to 16 million. So as you can see that there's a good size difference in price because of the lot and the location. I mean, look at this street; it's amazing. We have a listing here coming on the market in the next couple of months. That is it's a beautiful townhouse. We're going to be asking $2.4 million, but this is the most expensive sale north of Montana, south of San Vicente. $16 million.
34,000 square foot lot. So it's a legal double lot.
Yeah, a double lot. And the house is already beautiful, but they decided to paint the interior. So as you can see, they're doing work inside. But I love the street. I mean, all these streets here that are west of 7th Street are huge. So it just feels like you're in an area that has estates, and there are. I mean, they're beautiful houses here. Even the houses that are smaller, for the most part, are really beautiful. And what I like about this area is that almost all the houses are a different style, so you don't really see a track. There's no track here like there is, east of 7th Street. These are all unique custom houses, from Mediterranean to 80s modern to new construction. You got the traditional houses, the Cape Cod houses. This is the north part of this area that I'm calling the Flats. This is San Vicente. San Vicente, there's also a San Vicente like in the LA, like West Hollywood area. But this one goes from Wilshire and the VA all the way down to the ocean. So this is one of my popular streets. When I used to live in Brentwood, I would run on this street. A lot of people are running on this median. These are called coral trees, and they're lined about every 30 or 40 yards, and they go from ocean all the way down to basically Wilshire. On that curve they stop. So we're pulling up to 7th Street. We're gonna go back down 7th Street. Like I said earlier, this is the divider in between the houses with the massive lots and then the houses with lots in between 7,000 to 8,000 square feet. Besides some of the houses on Georgina, which are a little bit larger, and also besides the houses in Gillette Square, which I'll tell you about, which are 9,000 square feet, and where we'll find and I'll show you some of the most expensive houses in the northeast part of Santa Monica. Maggie, any comments about where we're driving? What you like about it?
Well, I know we'll talk more about celebrities who live here later on.
Oh, Maggie likes talking about celebrities.
Yeah, well, I'm new to LA, okay?
So who are the celebrities?
Well, Sandra Bullock has a house in Santa Monica, north of Montana. Christian Bale as well. The Beckhams have a house. But one of my favorite celebrities, Larry David, he has Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
They filmed, we'll show you guys a few of the houses later, but a few of the houses were north of Montana over here.
Yeah.
And they filmed at the Riviera Golf Club. And so when I first met you over here to go somewhere on San Vicente, I can't remember, I recognized it from the TV show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's, if any of you aren't from LA, then you'll know the feeling when you're watching TV and then you move here and you're like, oh,
I want to go see those houses.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's cool.
On TV.
All right, so this is Montana. So this is like, I would say, you know, Beverly Drive, Canyon, Rodeo Drive, where people go shopping and dining.
Oh.
This is Montana Street.
Place.
My favorite ice cream, vegan ice cream at Frozen Fruit Co. I come all the time. They know me by name. I'm a pig. All right, but it's vegan, so I can eat as much as I want, and I don't feel crappy afterwards. Which
No
is
calories.
why I drive an hour round trip just to have vegan ice cream there at least once a week. That shows you how good it is. All right. All right. So now we're going east on Montana. Like I said, Montana is that street that divides this North Montana area. That's very, very desirable. So you have lots of great dining spots here, lunch spots, vegan spots, gym stuff, you know, any kind of yoga, you know, anything that has to do like wellness, they have a place here, and it's not cheap, right? This area is full of affluent people that want the best of the best, so they get the best of the best, you know. And what I like about Santa Monica compared to Beverly Hills is that nobody's dressed to impress here. People are wearing, you know, shorts and a t-shirt and sandals, because that's the vibe in Santa Monica, as in you go to Beverly Hills, although this guy, you know, belongs in Beverly Hills here.
Maybe he's from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I mean,
just
he's
grabbing a smoothie.
Yeah. So it's very low key in Santa Monica, and I think a lot of people like that, and a lot of people like the, you know, the fashion and the kind of look of Beverly Hills. Everybody has their own taste. This area also, you know, people are always walking their dogs, they're going for runs, they're on their bikes. So a lot of active people in this area. I'm gonna make a left here on 12th. Just to kind of show you some other streets north of Montana. You can look from here. This street is a lot narrower. I'm not sure if it's more narrow or narrower. And I think narrower is kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Can you say that 10 times?
Narrower.
Okay, that's not fair.
I'm putting more emphasis on the A. Here's one.
That's a tear down right there, for sure.
So anytime you see those green fences, Paul taught me it's a tear down.
Yeah. I mean,
they're not doing yard work.
Whenever you see a small house, you know, 1,200 square feet less, in some areas maybe 2,000 square feet or less, in an area where there's a lot of new development, most likely that's going to be a tear down, even if you don't see a fence, right? Sooner or later, whoever buys that property is most likely going to be a developer. So I'm going to show you one of my sales here in this area to one of my clients. He was a buyer, and it's we sold it for $3.2 million. This is, I think, back in 2018, so it was a while ago. He bought it for $3.2 million. And the house is over here somewhere.
They're worth a lot more now. 523. Where is that?
Oh,
you know.
I think we passed it over there. Yeah, we passed it over there. Anyway, so just to kind of show you this area. I mean, again, really pretty. You know, him and his family, they were living south of Montana in a townhouse, but their goal was always to get a single family house north of Montana. And a lot of people like this area, not only for the value add, but I mean, you're walking distance to, you know, great places. You don't have to leave this area, you know. There's great restaurants here, bars, like I said. And, you know, Maggie, show them this street here. This is a nice street, goes up the hill. Yep. So when you're coming west on Montana, what's nice about it is that you will get the ocean view. But right now we're going east of Montana. So we're going towards Beverly Hills area. So we're gonna keep going here on Montana until we get to 17th Street, which is the street where Gillette Square is. Gillette Square is, I think it's like 17th Street to 22nd Place, from Montana on the south end to San Vicente on the north end. Just to say something really quickly here, R&D Kitchen, this place is always packed. Always packed. No reservations. It's just walk in. So good luck.
They don't take reservations?
They don't take reservations. Oh. That's why I've never had dinner there. I'm like, I don't want to wait.
You guys have to be famous.
30, 45 minutes. And I'm not famous yet.
Not yet.
This is why I'm doing these videos.
Those YouTube videos are going to
Yes, if you guys are watching, share the video. Leave a comment. Let me know, how we're doing. Let us know if you want something different, if you want us to do a certain location, because we've already kind of mapped out what we want to do. We want to hit up the more popular spots first, obviously, and then we'll start hitting up. But I mean, eventually in the next, year or so, I want to hit up most of the areas in Los Angeles so that people understand what it's all about. And then, when they're looking to buy here and they're not from here, they can look at the video and say, oh, okay, you know what? I like this area. Not only are you close to shopping and dining, but you're close to that Palisades Park. You're close to the beach, which I never mentioned. And then talking about real estate facts here, the median price north of Montana is $5 million. That's crazy to me. $5 million is the median price in north of Montana. So, like I said, it's a very affluent area, and the average list price to sell price ratio, that means if a house was on the market for $1 million and it sold for $900,000, they got 90% list price to sell price, right? Percentage ratio. This area gets 99%. That is like, I always keep saying this is nuts, but the market is so hot here that when anybody lists something, it's off the market so fast. Even in the down market, this area is always hot, so that's why people also want to buy here, because they know that their investment is solid, right? They buy, and then 3 or 4 years down the road, it's going to be worth more. All right, I'm going to show you the most expensive sales in the northeast part of north of Montana, again, which is called Gillette Square on the right, and this is developed by King Gillette. I'm sure you've heard of Gillette before. He's the guy who invented the single blade razor, but obviously multi-millionaire, and he built this. I'm not sure when he built this, but obviously back in the day. As you can see, some of the older houses, some of the newer ones. But this area where he developed, he got permission from the city to build bigger lots. So these lots are 9,000 square feet compared to the other ones that are 7,000 to 8,000 square feet. So this next house I'm going to show you is 1709 Georgina, which sold for $9.9 million earlier this year. So there's been 3 huge sales in the last 8 months. You got one for 9.9, one for 9.1, and one for 11.8 million. Numbers we haven't seen in a long time. So we're looking here for 1709 Georgina. It'll be on the corner. Should be here on the right side.
Here's new developments.
1709 Georgina. I think it's out right there, Maggie. That house right there, right?
This is Carlisle.
Oh, this is Carlisle. This
Yeah.
This is the next street.
So close.
So there is no Carlisle on that northwest section. So because the lots are so big, they don't have they have less streets going from east to west. And like the flats of Beverly Hills, most of these streets have the same exact tree on either side of the street, so it makes it really charming. And this area, there's houses as old as 1911, so these trees are over 100 years old now, and they're very mature.
Is
this
that
house
what
right,
it's
yeah.
called?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, right here on the corner?
No, on the left.
On the left.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
Paul's the expert.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's so big.
Yeah, can you zoom in there and like show them?
Let's see.
It's huge.
So big. Beautiful old windows.
So 9.9 million, guys, for this house right here.
Here. I want to show it over to you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's a better view.
And the lot is nice and big. It just keeps going. Probably ends right around here.
Or do you think this is it right here? This is the back house maybe?
Oh yeah, it's probably double out. Oh yeah, it's probably double
Yeah,
out.
look, it's the same
Yeah,
color as this.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, now we know why.
They're no joke.
Now we know why it's sold for. Actually, no, it's not.
It's not?
It's not now.
Oh. But they have the same taste.
All right, so I'm gonna show you. It's probably built by the same person. Same developer probably bought that whole corner. Look at this tree here. Look at the palm trees. That is quintessential California right there.
So cute.
Beautiful. Looking at the Santa Monica Mountains in the background.
That is so funny. They look so similar.
Yeah, it was probably built by the same person.
Yeah. Cool.
We're also going to show you 1011 17th Street that sold for 9.1 million.
And these all sold this year, right?
Yeah.
In the last 8 months or something?
Yeah. Look at the entrance of this house. Doesn't seem like a $9.9 million house from here.
I know.
But obviously it's a huge house.
Huge. And a great street.
All right, 1011
Mountains.
sold for 9.1 million. Look at,
Oh,
this is
here.
going to be a new development coming soon.
That's gonna be nice. What do you think that'll be worth, Paul?
That's, you see, it's a big lot. Oh yeah, that's going to be a big sale. It'll for sure go on the market in between 10 to 15 million dollars.
Oh my gosh.
Huge. I mean, if the other one sold for 9.9,
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, here, show them.
That is a huge house.
It looks like a school.
Wow. This is on the corner of Georgina and 17th. So I'm going to show you 1011 that sold for 9.1. I believe is this last house here.
All hedged in.
Yeah, look at that.
Beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh. You can see. It's hard to see how big it is, but
Yeah, because of the hedges.
so private.
All right, so we're back on San Vicente. You can see all the beautiful coral trees here. When we finish, I want to show you a street called La Mesa, which is my favorite tree. It's my favorite street with my favorite trees. That's what I meant to say. So I said it's my favorite tree. Hope you guys understand my lingo. Now you can.
They know.
Now you can feel bad for my girlfriend when she's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Who knows?
All right, so I'm going to show you a house on 21st Street, which is the most expensive sale ever, north of Montana, east of 7th Street. 2020 Georgina. Also a corner lot, big lot. So Gillette Square goes from 17th Street to 21st Place. And the weird thing is that there's a 21st Street and a 21st Place. But not all streets have a street and a place.
Look at that one. It's beautiful.
Oh, look at this street here. Palm trees with pine trees. I mean, it feels like you're in a forest.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like you're in LA.
Absolutely beautiful. And I think that's another reason why this area is so popular, is because it just feels so homey. And a lot of areas don't, because there's a lot of cars, or the streets are really narrow. I mean, all these streets, for the most part, are good size. Also, what I didn't show you was where they had the Halloween, but they have a huge Halloween parade here. Once a year. It's right here.
2020.
Yeah.
I think.
So I believe this is the house here. Wow, look at that.
That's so pretty.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
This is so cute. All these homes are so tastefully done.
And as you can see, they're all getting work done.
Yeah.
So they buy a house that is already impeccable, and they're gonna do work, right? I mean, why not? They got the money. Look at this street. I mean, beautiful tree-lined streets. And then we're gonna make it right here and show you another palm tree-lined street.
Wow.
So to give you a rundown, $2.5 million to $16 million. That's the price range in between north of Montana, not including the houses on San Vicente. Average days on market, 30 days. Average list price to sell price ratio, 99%. Average lot size, 7 to 8. On the big lots, it's 11 to 40,000 square feet. We just showed you King Gillette track. What else? Medium price, $5 million. So the biggest sale on La Mesa, which was surprising to me, I thought it'd be higher than this, was one for $16 million. And I think the reason why is because there's just not a lot of sales. There aren't a lot of sales on La Mesa because there's not a lot of houses on La Mesa. You have the bluff side of La Mesa, and then you have what I would call the land side. The bluff side is facing north, and it has views of the Riviera golf course, country club. It's a PGA golf course, so every year they have a PGA tournament there. You'll see Tiger Woods there. It's a really fun affair. But those houses rarely come on the market because they got amazing views of the Santa Monica Mountains as well. And it's right here. So this is just one block north of San Vicente. This is the last block north of Santa Monica on this section. Then it turns into Pacific Palisades.
I love this street.
Look at these trees.
Wow.
I still ride my bike here, but I used to ride it a lot more when I was in Brentwood. But
yeah,
you can just see like
these trees are just
so
cool.
Insane. Look at the
it's
roots.
all like that.
Look at the roots on these trees, Maggie.
Oh my gosh. How's that even possible?
I know.
And they're all like that.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, huge roots.
All like that.
And the sidewalks are fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do they do that?
Well, some sidewalks are a little jacked up.
Oh wow. And all these homes have views, right, Paul? On this side?
Yeah, on this side they all have views. Yeah.
So on this side, everyone has a view. On this side,
no view.
no view.
Yeah.
But these ones are still going for 10 million.
Oh, I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's beautiful.
That is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. So we're on La Mesa Drive.
Look at these
In
roots.
Santa Monica.
How do they do that with the sidewalks?
I have no idea.
That is so beautiful. Wow.
That's the one that sold right there, right behind us.
This one? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. For 16
For
million.
$16 million, 2121 La Mesa.
Wow. What do you think about this one here? Since you like the craftsman style.
I mean, I like craftsman. That's like a little bit of Victorian because it has that that cone shape.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. It doesn't seem authentic to me.
All right.
I mean, listen. You give me the house, I'm gonna live there. There's no doubt about it. I like that is super
really
charming
cool.
right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Old
And the
ranch,
fact that they all have
Spanish.
views. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that house. It's so pretty. It's so
Yeah.
quaint. And then you'll have houses like this that are like, what's behind those
Yeah.
walls? This looks really cool.
Like you were saying, there's no track homes here.
No. there's
Everything
no-
is custom.
Everything here is custom. Look at this.
Oh wow.
This house I was in when it's on the market for 12 million like 8 or 9 years ago. 12 million. That house has got to be worth at least 25 million now because of the lot.
And the
It's
views.
on like a triple lot.
And you can kind of see through the driveway
You can.
of the
Yeah,
view.
You can see the view from there.
Yeah. Wow. I want to live here.
One day, maybe.
I know.
One
If any
day.
of you guys are interested in moving
We
here,
gotta
just
keep.
call
We gotta
us.
keep selling
Yeah.
some mansions.
Yep.
So what we haven't gone through, and it's not really the area that I'm talking about, which I call the flats. You know, the north of Montana. This area only has a few houses. I'm not sure how many, but there's houses that are selling here between $30 to $50 million. The most expensive houses in Santa Monica are right here on the right. You can't really tell because they're all hedged in. They're super private, and you can't tell how big the houses are. But they're huge. They're massive, massive, massive houses. I would compare this to north of Sunset and Beverly Hills, where you have huge houses that are worth, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. You just can't tell, if these houses were expensive or not. Obviously, they're all expensive, but are they all $50+ million houses? It just depends on the lot size and the house size.
And this is the street on this side where the one for 90 million is.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, guys. So I just gave you a tour. If you guys have any questions about the area, about Santa Monica, I service all of LA from downtown to the beach, all the way up to Malibu, as far south as Playa del Rey. I also service, Studio City, Sherman Oaks, Encino area. So if you guys have any questions about real estate, about your house price, if you're looking to move to Santa Monica, would love to show you around. If you have any comments, please write them down below. Give me a like and share it with any of your friends, so that they can get a better idea of this really special spot in Santa Monica. Maggie, any final thoughts on our tour?
I just think this is the cutest area. It's so charming, and it's definitely like the Flats, but I would say more laid back, like you said.
It's a lot more laid back.
Laid back, yeah. And hopefully someday I can live here. That's my final thought.
Yes, all right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.